Hello everyone, in this video let's talk about a set data type. So what is meant by a set? A collection of elements in which order is not important, and next one is duplicates are not allowed. Okay, if my requirement is like this, then I can go for set data type. Okay, collection of elements in which order is not important. That means in any order the output can be displayed. You can take the input in any order and the output can be in any order. Okay, consider list. So how you are inserting the elements into the list in the same order, those elements will be stored in the memory and in the same order the output will be displayed. But such a guarantee is not given in set. Okay, that guarantee I am not going to give in set data type because here order is not preserved. Insertion order is not preserved. So you can give the set as you wish and the output can be anything. Okay, that means you can't expect the same output as how you are inserting the elements in the same order, the output will not be displayed. Got it? Second, duplicates are not allowed. That means all the elements in the set are unique values. Duplicates will not be allowed in this set data type. Got it? So here the notation for set is here we have to use flower brackets. Okay, these are called as flower brackets. So this notation is given for both set, frozen set, as well as for dict also we will give this notation only. Okay, this curly brackets or flower brackets we can use this for set, frozen set and dict. For these three data types we are going to give this notation only. Okay, so see here S is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. These are my set elements. Okay, so this is the notation you have to give for set. Okay, so here as order is not preserved, can I say this is the first element, this is the last element? Can I say like that? No, right? Because I am taking my set in this order, but the output can be in any order like this 20, 30, 40, 10. But you can give surety that all these elements will be displayed in the output. But I can't give guarantee about the order because in set order is not preserved. The output can be in any order and in memory also it can be stored in any order. Okay, so the output can be in any order. As order is not preserved, we can't perform index and slicing operations on this set data type. Why we can perform indexing and slicing? Because order is not preserved. So without any order we can say that this is the first element, this is the last element, like that. Okay, as indexing is not allowed, similarly slicing operation is also not allowed in set operation. So here mainly what is meant by a set? Collection of elements in which order is not important and duplicates are not allowed, and also third one is indexing and slicing. Indexing and slicing are also not allowed, and next one is here I have this set, right? Okay, so how you can say that this is a set data type? If you print the type of yes, then the output will be set data type, right? Then the output will be set data type. Suppose for example if I want to add some elements into the set, is that possible? If I want to add some elements into the set, is that possible? Yes, by using add function, s dot add of, here you can pass the element which you want to insert into the set as an argument. Suppose for example I want to add 50 to this set. Okay, I can add now by using this add method. So in list we will use append method to insert the elements into the list, right? But in set we have to go for add function, because there is a difference. Even though both are used for insertion purpose, for inserting the elements into the list and set, that means for insertion operation we are using these two methods, but there is a difference. Okay, so append will always insert the elements at the last, but add can be inserted. That means add function will insert the elements anywhere. Okay, because here as order is not preserved, I have to go for add function. But in list order is preserved, right? Order is important for list. That's why I have to go for append function, so that I can make surety that the elements which I am going to add will always add at the end position of the list. But in set, as order is not preserved, I can't give any surety that the elements are going to insert in the last position only. So those can be added in anywhere of the set. That's why I have to go for add function to perform insertion operation, inserting elements in the set. Okay, suppose if you want after add function, what will be the output now? Okay, now I am going to display the output. See, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. These are the elements. I can give the surety that these elements will be displayed, but the order I can't give surety. The order can be in any order. Okay, next. Suppose s dot add of 10. I am going to insert again 10. Already my set consists of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, I am going to add 10 again. Is duplication allowed in my set data type? No. So what happens in the output? Instead of 10 2 times, it will display 10 only for one time, not for 2 times. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, because in set no duplication is allowed. Okay, so in set unique values it will consider. Unique values only it will take. No duplications are allowed in the set. Very, very important point. Okay, and next one is suppose if I want to remove the elements from the set, then by using a remove function. So in list also remove function is used to remove the elements from the list. So in the same manner here also by using remove function you can remove the elements from the set. Okay, suppose if I want to remove 40 from my set, then the output will be 10, 20, 30, 50. As 40 is removed from the set, the output will be like this. Okay, that means here by using add function and by using remove function, we can add the elements into the set and remove the elements from the set. Okay, and next another important point is set is a mutable data type. Mutable means changeable. You can change the set data type. You can say you can change the objects. Okay, set is a mutable data type, just like a list. This is a mutable data type. And next one, suppose for example I am taking a set S is equal to like this. S is equal to like this. That means no elements. Okay, if you take like this, then can we call this as an empty set? If you take this notation, can I call it as an empty set? So as I already told, this notation I can use for set, frozen set and dict. Okay, suppose if you take like this, if you take this notation, then the Python virtual machine will consider it as a empty dict, not empty set. The Python virtual machine will consider this notation as an empty dictionary. Dict means a dictionary, not an empty set. Because if you consider these two data types, okay, while doing programs, mostly in Python developers mostly use this dict data type. Set will be used rarely. Okay, comparatively with dict, set is not that much used. Okay, dict is the mostly used data type compared to set. That's why the Python virtual machine will consider this as a dict data type. It is an empty dictionary, because the same notation we are using for dict also, right? For dictionary also we are using the same curly brackets, flavor bracket notation. So the Python virtual machine, if you consider this notation, it will take it as an empty dict, empty dictionary, not a empty set. Suppose if you want to say that I want to create an empty set, then I have a method called as a set method. Okay, by using this set method, I can create an empty set. So S is equal to set method. Okay, so if you use this function, then the Python virtual machine can understand that you are going to create an empty set. Okay, then if you print the type of S, okay, then the output will be set. Okay, then the output will be, it will consider it as a set data type. Otherwise, if you give this notation, the Python virtual machine will display the output as a dict data type, not a set data type. Suppose if you want to mention to Python virtual machine that I am going to create an empty set, then I have to follow this notation, that is I have to call set function without passing any arguments in this function. Okay, then the Python virtual machine can understand that you are going to create a new set, that is an empty set. Then if you print the data type, that is a type of S, then it will give the output as a set data type. Now let us see one sample program on set data type. So go to Python idle. Open a new file. So here now I am taking set elements. So for set elements you have to use flavor brackets, curly brackets. So my set elements are 10, 20. For example, I am taking duplicates, I am allowing. Let's see how it is going to print. 30, 40 and hello. Okay, these are my set elements. So I am taking some integer data type as well as a string data type elements in the set. Okay, and now I just want to print the type of S. Okay, next. So in the set, order is not important. That means in which order you are taking the elements, in the same order you can't expect the output, right? And next, duplicates are not allowed, but I have taken duplicates just to see. So now I am printing the S elements. I just want to print S elements. Next, indexing and slicing is not applied in the set, right? Because as there is no order, we can't apply index and slicing operations. Next, I want to add some elements into the set. So I am going to s.add function to add 50. Okay, and next I want to remove some elements. So I want to remove 20, and again I want to print the S. Okay, so these are the operations I want to check. Now let's see. Save the file. Okay, so I am running my module C. So here this is my set, and the type of S is, it is a class set function, right? A set data type, sorry, set data type. Next, print of S, it just to print the values, but I can't expect the same order, right? As it is a set data type, the order is not important. So see, here initially in my input 10 is my first element, but here in the output 40 is the first element. And also see, I have taken 10 for 2 times, but in the output I got only for 1 time, because it gives always, a set elements always gives unique values. Duplication is not allowed in the set, right? And next, I added 50, okay, and I removed 20. So after adding 50 and removing 20, again I am printing the S elements, my set. Now 40, 10, 20 is removed, hello 50 is added in the set and again 30. So 20 is removed and 50 is added. And for 2 times of 10, I got only 1 time. Okay, I got only 10 for 1 time. So this is about the set operation. Set is a mutable data type. You can perform changes. That means you can add elements into the set and you can remove the elements from the set. Okay. So this is sample program on set data type. Thank you.